Reserve Bank of Cleveland President Loretta Mester said today's hotter than expected December CPI report is the latest indicator that more work is needed before the Fed can look to lowering rates. In an interview with Bloomberg, adding that March is likely too early for the Fed to start cutting rates. So let's dig into that December CPI print here, Julie. So here's the details, the numbers you need to know. Rose 0.3%. That was a tad disappointing relative to consensus, accelerate to 3.4% from a year ago. Now, core CPI, so excluding those volatile food and energy prices, that did cool to 3.9% from a year ago, though the market was hoping for kind of a sharper cooling to about 3.8%. If you look under the hood of that report, it looks like the pickup in shelter costs, higher vehicle prices, and more expensive travel, that, economists saying, is what kept core inflation from even cooling more.
Yeah, looking through some of the commentary that we got today in reaction to this, my sort of takeaway from that commentary was this, is that yes, this CPI showed this little reacceleration, but that PCE data, which is another measure of inflation that the Fed watches more closely, will be maybe a little bit softer. All of that said, they say the Fed is not likely to change its trajectory here and is not likely to declare victory over inflation, which kind of speaks to those Mester comments, right? When she was saying that it was premature to cut interest rates in March here. And so that seems to be kind of the consensus. And I guess because that is the view broadly, stocks didn't do a lot. In other words, today's data did not change the narrative around what the Fed is going to do.
It doesn't change their outlook, for sure, in the near term. I mean, the bottom line, listen, the Fed wants inflation back to 2%. Jay Powell's made that very clear. They want it back to 2%. They want it to stay at 2%. And what he's been talking about, and other central bankers have been talking about, is this idea that, yes, clearly we've made progress. We're working in the right direction. We have certainly cooled considerably since 2022, but we have more work to do before we get back to that bogey.